Okay, let's continue on to the post. Usually for post, as I said in the previous video, you cannot just send it through browser, just as we did before. Um, so you can just do localhost 3000 and then /API /test. This is going to always go to get request, as you can see this, although this is a translation version again. So you're going to need a tool like this. So for this to go to post request, you create post. You would notice that it actually can still take search parameter. Okay. And with the tools, for example, I don't want this. I would just say that okay, I don't need this example key value anymore. I only need key and T user. Okay. And this is actually not the standard way that we can pass the data through a post request, but just to show you that you can. Normally, the way that we pass the data through the post request is using the body. Okay. You can choose the type of the request body. So it can be form data. It can be raw. It can be binary. Here the with the TypeScript JavaScript world, the format that we normally pass the data through the most is JSON. So I'm going to select raw and JSON right here. Okay. Um, and then we're going to put a string in the JSON format here. So let's do something like tags ID equal to and then task name. I'm not doing anything with this at this time. I'm just going to respond it back to us. That's all. Okay. So that would be the JSON that we will pass through our test here. And we're going to make our API be able to handle the post request. And you would notice that we have the header here. When we create a post request, it's a little bit more complicated than get. You notice that so far when I fetch, I will just put the URL. So that will go to the get method. So if you do post method, you have to specifically say that it's a post. And you actually have to tell the program like what are the data, what are the format that are going to be sent through. Okay, so for example here, if we going to send JSON in the body, definitely you would need this to set this content type application / JSON. So remember this. So notice that when I type in the body, Postman actually creating this for me. This is actually very important. So that our endpoint, based on the header, our endpoint will know how to interpret the data. Okay. So now that we have the request, let's implement our function to read the data from body. It's actually pretty easier than search parameter. You just do data equal await, because this WAIT. Okay, because this is going to take a long time. So we're going to do request.json, because we're going to tell our request, we're going to tell in the header that our request contains JSON. So we can just say that, hey, please interpret the body as a JSON for me. That's pretty much it. Let's do return, not we return response, not request. we take request, we return response. Okay, let's just put it back. Now let's just mirror it back the way that we receive it. So when we do send here, so notice that we get the same thing. Okay. How about that search parameter? How do we read it? Basically it's the same way as we do it in get request. So we just take it here. Okay. So now that I'm going to return both data. So let's create another data. Let's create another objects that I'm going to turn it into JSON string and pass it back. So I will need everything from data, and I would say key, and that value going to be key value, and another property I will just do read status. Okay, this is for us. So basically normally when you read the data from the body, with post you will do something because you take a lot of data and you're going to process it. In this example, I just put them together and just throw it back. Okay, so now if I send this again, do I save it? Oh, I created but I did not return it. So you create this object, you're going to return this object. You would notice that here we send this to information to it, and then we get different information back. So but normally this is you can use post like in a situation where you need to take multiple data and process something. You might return the data back just like this. But most of the time when we deal with database, post we use when you need to update the database, and most of the time you just return whether it's success or it's fail. Maybe if you do insert, you might return the key of the thing that you insert, and that's pretty much it. We don't return like a lot of data back from the post method. Okay. So now that we're done with how you read data and how you will send the response back from the API, we focus on get and post method. There are actually other method like put, del, something like that. Put, delete. Yeah, I'm going to use get, and everything else I'm actually going to dump into post. If you're going to do REST API though, REST, so you're going to have to follow the standard. So just Google REST API. You might heard this sometime. Here. So you're going to follow the, how can I say, the synonym, or not, the logic. You're going to follow the logic of each method. Yeah, but we're going to do a simple API at this point. So you're going to have to implement all these if you're going to do REST. Okay. So I'm going to stop the video right here. This is actually going to be short, and then we're going to continue on in the next video.